Bom dia, tudo bem? Hoje é domingo, 28 de setembro. And normally I start with a beach shot, a sunrise, but I'm actually starting with the Sky Bar and Restaurant. We were up there last year, at least Kelvin and I were up there last year, for the first time. 7th tallest building in Brazil, the tallest building in the Northeast. Pretty cool. All right, now we'll get to the sunrise. There it is. It's 4:33 in the morning right now. And this is what you're greeted to if you're awake this early. There are a few people that are awake this early. They'll have this closed down, obviously. This will be close to at least 8 o'clock this morning. No vehicle traffic. That is something that they do really well here. I like that. This will all eventually fill up with vendor parking, beach parking. Here's some vendors right here setting up some, maybe they're tourists, I don't know. Not many people up yet. You can see the Science Center lit up way down there. There's a couple boats. They must be doing the boat tours or whatever. Big, giant, ugly green building. This is a residence complex. Been here a while, a landmark of kind of the midpoint of, northern point of southern Cabo Branco. I finally got this set up to where I feel like it's a habitable, productive place for a week. I had to tweak some things. They had this desk in front of the mirror, but they had no outlet there to use it. I've got an outlet there, which I used. Opened up this, and so now this is just a nice, bright bedroom. Got all my stuff here. I got some stuff in here. This place is much smaller than what it looked like in the video for sure, or in the pictures rather. Second bedroom here. Of course, you got to keep your card in here to keep the power and stuff on, and then second bathroom or whatever. But yeah, I think this is really going to work out well for my needs for the rest of the week to be productive, have some fun, hear the sights, sounds, see some views, and grab some time lapse. I did do some arranging here to make this a little more comfortable. So the residence pool is actually up there. The pool butts up against it, and I can actually hear the water moving from underneath. I can hear it in the apartment pretty much all day. I thought it was the air conditioner cycling on and off. Turns out I just hear the pool above me. I don't know if they keep streets closed longer on Sundays or not. Oh, we got so is it tour? Not sure what's going on there. Luque, there's the tourist mafia as always. I don't know if they shut the streets down longer on Sunday than that. I kind of want to say they do keep the streets closed a little bit longer. But it is nice not to have to hear the traffic, the motorbikes, things like that. Luque does they only do like 4 or 5 tours today. There's a city tour, there's a Praia tour, which is just south of here. There's the ATD Maranchi, Trilhas de Maranchi de Costa do Sol, and then the beach tours of Tambaba, Tabatinga, Cacarinho. So Luque does a few tours. I've not checked tide. I think low tide's about 1. It does seem quite high to me now, which would make sense. I see the boats out there. I noticed the low tides are getting progressively higher, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to take, not that I was planning to, be able to take a passage in the next week because the low tides may be just a bit too high. Policiamento de Trânsito, the transit police. Maybe they're doing it. They always seem to have special events, and it looks like they may be setting up for a special event. I wouldn't be. Oh, they're yelling at the Luque guy. That's funny. That's funny. They always seem to be doing special events on the weekend. When we rolled up in front of the big Jampa sign, formerly Eu Amo Jampa, now it's just João Pessoa, there was a big blue stage set up, and apparently it's some type of foot volley tournament that they do. And last year there was a tournament here as well, but I'm kind of curious to see just what happens to this area as the day progresses. There's lots of beach chair vendors. I'm going to have to maybe make a new buddy out here for beach chairs, tables and chairs, and shop that around. Tons of tour buses rolling up. There's a Padaria right down here, which is really, really unusual. There's another one to the left as well too, and I didn't notice that the last few years, but recently I have, and that's good to see as well too. That great shot, Altiplano. I'd like to get a time lapse of that with the background of the clouds. Maybe later. All right, we'll check out later. That's it.
Chama ela que ela vem, mas na habilidade dessa cintura tem. Mexendo, virou.
Bom dia, tudo bem? Hoje é domingo, 30 de setembro. There's our fantastic sunrise for the morning. It's 4:46, and I can't quite read outside, but it's getting close. Quiet morning. It was packed yesterday. I've never seen it so busy in Cabo Branco ever. Maybe it was a competition. I don't know. Just a confluence of events, but absolutely packed yesterday. Just a bunch of happy people. A lot of drunk people. Not completely wasted, but quite a few drunk people. Just don't see all too often. Anyway, today my plan is to hang out at the beach, spend a day in Cabo Branco, which I've not done in a while. Kelvin's got to catch his bus at 7, so he's got to get to the bus stop before then. Otherwise, I'm going to enjoy a beautiful day and see what else it brings. Alright, check back later. That's it. And it's beach time. A little late to start today, that's alright. I'll get a few hours out there. That place is expensive. I gotta grab a few things. Apparently the laundry service is free in the condo. That's pretty cool. We gotta find a beach vendor to chill with the rest of the day. Oh. Where to go? Straight ahead, right? Blue and green. Durante, so as you can see, it's just about 7 right now, and the crowds have really thinned out. This is a Monday night, not a Sunday night. Police on quads. Much heavier police presence. I don't know if it's because of the tournament here or not, but I like walking down the streets on a Monday. It's just a lot easier to get around, that's for sure. We're gonna head up to Giramundo. and maybe grab a snack on the way back. That's it. Even the main square is really thinned out tonight. I almost got electrocuted by one of those a few years ago. I tried to step over some giant cords, and some guy kindly stopped me from killing myself unintentionally. I hear the blind lady singing. Seja, no. A cantador de seja? No. We'll see. I mean, there's always going to be a crowd here. The Fiera Libre is done, but there's always going to be a crowd here. This is a different woman, I think. She moved. One of my favorite places in the world right here. Man, I'm glad I got home when I did. Like, a few sprinkles of rain turned into just a real steady downpour for 5 minutes, but a downpour nonetheless. I had a time lapse set up. My camera's fine, but my spare battery definitely is not. Unfortunately, it didn't get wet enough to smoke that, but I'm glad I didn't dilly-dally, because I may have made it home too late. Didn't drive Balm Dog out of business, though. That's good. It did scatter a lot of people out of the streets. That's just not good for business. That's not good for anybody. I just don't remember so many frequent random rain events in the past. This is a relatively recent phenomenon. This dude is just cutting a groove right down there. Yeah, odd. The first time I've ever seen the second floor of that Sal y Brazo restaurant filled. There was some like Boy Scout troop or something going on today, and maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but that's a great shot up there. I want to do another time lapse, but frankly, I can't trust the weather. I just can't trust it. I don't want to lose my stuff to get rained on. Almost like a fingernail half moon tonight. It would be a great one, but I don't know if I can trust the weather to let a time lapse go. You can see it's just all wet down here. I had to throw a sheet down here just to soak up all the flipping water. I left the doors open because why wouldn't I? It's September. It's not supposed to rain. I guess they didn't get the memo. All right, we'll check back later. That's it.
Bom dia, tudo bem? Hoje é terça-feira, 30 de setembro, and just kind of hanging out, waiting for the sunrise. It's almost 4:30, so I've got really about 45 minutes before this thing finds its way up in the sky and just sizzling all the skin off my body. Pretty calm evening, pretty calm morning so far. I find it interesting the majority of traffic seems to be coming from the north, which would make sense because North, Tambaú, Manhã are the residential neighborhoods. So I tend to see people starting from the north and then walking down towards the south, which obviously is more of the tourist type areas. That is the establishment where I was getting my food from yesterday at the beach. I had some great isca do peixe. It was hot, it was crispy, muito crocante, good food. Service wasn't great, to be honest. Daniel got me my Guarda de Sol and my tables, and the young man who was getting my food, I don't recall his name, he was busy, he was overworked. The dude just needed more help and didn't have it. But otherwise, when he was able to attend to me, he was excellent. Anyway, we'll check back later with a plan. I just wanted to check in first thing. All right, that's it.
See, look what happens. I leave the condo for a few minutes and then we get another downpour. I don't know what's going on here in Jampa, or the Northeast in general. Just random rains again. Anyway, I had got a bunch of work done. Staff meetings prepped, fundraising, outreach meeting is prepped. I'm done with work until later this afternoon. I missed this rain shower. I got my laundry dropped off in the lavanderia. That's done in about 5 minutes. During that time, I had a great breakfast just around the corner. That Café de Manhã, Almoço Jantar, that place right there, Padaria Cabo Branco. For $6, I had a complete breakfast, coffee, juice. It was absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna grab my laundry in a bit, and when that's done, I'm gonna head out to you-know-where. Let me see if my same guys are out there today or not, but I had a great time yesterday. We'll lay off the beer a little bit, but either way, a little cloudy, rain could be on and off, so we'll have to plan on that. Anyway, we'll check back in a little bit. That's it. Obrigado. 10. A little bit later start. I tried to get a haircut, but he took an appointment instead, so I've got to be back there by 2 p.m., which is fine because I've got a staff meeting at 3, so not a big deal. I've got plenty of beach time. Probably wouldn't hurt to stay out of the sun anyway, so we'll see who's here and check back later, I'd say. Well, if you look closely, they've got the Nego flag up. It's my favorite flag. Mio favorito bandiera there. It's a nice day at the beach. A little short. I went and grabbed a haircut today from Jesus. Did a really nice, stylish job on me. My Barbeiro right down the block. Early day for the vendors. My guys are all done. There's a couple tables and chairs there, but it's 3:30 and pretty much everyone cleaned up. There's a few sprinkles of rain earlier. But I like the weekdays much better than the weekend. Much more calm.